Welcome, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with more Dwarf Fortress today. That's right. This is episode 7, if you can believe it. Still the first fortress. Can't believe it hasn't fallen yet, but we've gotten lucky, pretty lucky. And of course, as I said at the outset of the series, if this fortress dies, we'll just generate a new one. Same civilization, same world, and we'll continue to learn from the mistakes we've made as we go along. But speaking of mistakes, right now we're desperately trying to get our drink back up. Basically, we have none. There might be some in the works, but it's something we really started to struggle with in the last episode. It's going smooth, but I think the winter set us back, and then of course I forgot to do sufficient amount of harvesting up here, and now it's late autumn, so who knows? The trader has come and gone. We can't rely on outside sources of drink, but luckily we do have some water. Let's see, at this level too. Yep, our hospital's not fully stocked yet with soap and everything we need, but it's getting there too. So I'm really excited to unpause this and get going. I'm just a little nervous about the drink, but if you are new to the series, check the description. I've got a link to the full playlist for this series down in there and all my other previous runs too. But let's go. We're unpausing. Here come the dwarves. Oh boy. I've got some digging out here. We're going to extend our stockpiles, make even more. And I'm really going to try, maybe I'll just start to clear cut the whole surface. Maybe get a really nice stash of fruits and berries and stuff. Just nonstop on the drinks. I think we've got everything set the way we want it right now. Yeah, there's the brewer. 10 drinks just trickled in. There's the others. So our breweries are here and here, and we've got the farms are all laid out well. Yeah, plump helmets are set. I'm also going to, let's see, I set up a loom, so we've got that going. We're weaving yarn, and we can even collect webs. This is a bit dangerous. What I recommend you do is set it for infinity, but then where did it go? I guess it canceled it because I don't have access to it. Yeah, let's see. Let's do a work order here. We'll collect webs, and we'll do that. Repeat that daily. We don't have access yet, but once we do, spider silk is great, although it can be a little bit dangerous to get it. So what we'll do, we haven't opened up any underground caverns yet, but we will soon get to that, I'm sure. Just a natural part of the process being a dwarf. Alright, can we suspend this though? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, we want to be in this tab. So as soon as that order pops up, thanks to the manager, I'm going to suspend it, but it'll be ready to go. There it is. Alright, I'll pause it. And yeah, once we do open up the caverns, that'll kind of remind me we can get some spider silk out of the ordeal. But, whew, man, these dwarves can really put away the drink just as fast as we make it, but it is working. We are seeing a lot of activity here at the stills, so I'm confident we'll get caught up. Let's go to the surface real quick, zoom out just a bit, and I'd like to, check on our hives. Okay, good. These look like they've been installed. I put them up here on the second floor. Oh, and I see a bee right there too. Okay, so we have one beekeeper or apiarist, whatever you want to call it, and it looks like he's hard at work. Yeah, that'll allow us to get some mead too, so an alternate source of drink for the dwarves. But let's check on the walls while we're up here. This is almost 100% encircled. Let's see, construction suspended, resume it. Sometimes that happens, especially resume when you set up mass orders for construction. The dwarves will get in each other's way sometimes, so they'll suspend a square or 2 or 4. But once these get put in place, I'm going to have this square placed. I'll wait though, because you see what happens. Somebody will get trapped outside inevitably on the outer ledge. But yeah, so once that's in place, we will go boom up to the 3rd level and start laying it. It's good too, keeps our lazy dwarfs who don't have any jobs right now occupied. But now, to be quite honest, there aren't many lazy dwarves here in this fortress. Everybody's pulling double, possibly triple duties. Oh boy, so I was just down here designing some more bedrooms. We're one layer below the current bedroom setup, and I got the notification. We have had another possession, this time by the carpenter. Whoops. Let's get to the right level and zoom in a little bit. What's he thinking about? Oh, has it been taken yet? Oh, that's the stoneworker. Wait, what? Why did it take me to him? He's been possessed. He's claimed the carpenter's workshop. Oh, okay, this one. Yeah, so he's going to get his materials. Let's monitor him, make sure he has everything he needs. But there he is. Keeps muttering. Okay, so he's muttering the name. I believe that's what that is, of the item. So he's crafting it. Woohoo! We've got ourselves another legendary item in the works. You know, the ultimate goal, it's not so much a goal, it's just something you hope will happen, is once you start to get adamantite production underway. And I won't go into the details of how that's done yet. Maybe we'll get there one day, but if you get that up and running, the hope is that one of these dwarves goes into this kind of mental fugue and creates a legendary adamantite weapon with just the stuff laying around. It can certainly happen, if one of your weaponsmiths gets possessed, they'll just pick randomly, I think, materials once they've decided on a recipe, and boom, you could have something insane. And another cool twist to that, oh, it's done. What is it? Has created a cage, a wood cage. Well, one thing we might be able to do with that is if we turn it into a cage trap, and we could trap something interesting in it and then install that cage somewhere with the creature in it on display in like a zoo. So that's okay. It's a bit of a stretch, a wooden cage. I would have been happier with another gauntlet, but either way, okay, there we go. So as I was saying though, if you do get a weapon or an interesting legendary, you can of course start an adventure mode run in this world with a character. It's like an RPG roguelike version of Dwarf Fortress, where instead of building a fort, you just go about the world exploring and doing quests, but you can enter your own dungeons and go and find like the legendary items that you've made during Fortress mode and claim them for yourself. So it would be something fun. And overall, that is a goal of this series, is to maybe start an adventure mode run. It's not a method of playing the game I've ever done. I've done it once. I tried adventure mode once, but I'm not skilled at it. Oh, stray cats are being stung by honeybees. Although I'm always up for a challenge, and yeah, I absolutely do love roguelike games. And they're usually very much of a challenge. Boy, oh boy, well, no matter how much we work, it's still a struggle to get these drinks going. Yeah, we can't approve more people right now. There's a bunch of dudes who want in here. Soldiering, I think we'll approve of that guy, but I'm going to deny the rest of these. Yeah, I can't really. We can feed them. It's drinks that are hard, but yeah, the water has frozen over. Of course, our little area is still perfectly accessible, so we're not going to dehydrate. Certainly not. Certainly not. Let me double check a couple things. It's always good to look at your places category. There we go. Let's look at the pen pasture just to make sure that all the animals that we want. This is our chicken one. Okay, looks good. Maybe we should keep a kitten in with the chickens. It'll grow up into a cat, but yeah, it'll keep them safe. Vermin, keep the vermin out of there too. All right, we do probably want to check the other pen pasture as well. Let's see, place tab, then we'll go to this one. Select animals, cat, hen, chick, kitten. No, I think we're good. Oh, there is a drake. This should be down with the chickens. I'll have to go back, put that in there. This is a named animal, meaning it's the pet of one of our dwarves. So we definitely want to keep that one safe and not butcher it, because that could cause an extreme mood loss. But all right, now another thing we want to do is go to the places again, and let's go to our training. This is something I haven't done yet. So animal training area, I basically got it just right up here. And let's assign Actually, I think it should happen organically. Now, I've forgotten, how do we promote dogs to war dogs and stuff? If we go to pets, livestock. Oh, here it is. Okay. So we've got 2 dogs. Let's get them trained up as war dogs. Sign this creature. Sign a trainer. We do have some trainers. I'm just going to let them do their thing, though. It's shocking that those dogs have not bred yet. It's a little bit odd, but I was hoping maybe they'd have some puppies, too. We could turn them into hunting dogs next, but we'll go with the war dogs for now. And yeah, I did get some farm plots on the surface. I mentioned this previously. This will allow us to grow a variety of other kinds of foods, but I didn't go overboard with it just because our farmers are very busy right now. They haven't even built these yet. So let's go back to, yep, oh my gosh, the stills. I feel like almost, maybe I should make a third still, but I don't think that's going to be our problem at the moment. Oh man. Yeah, and oh, okay, good. Working. That's what I want to see. There should always be a dwarf at the still, and if they're not, they should be going to get materials to work at the still. Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, and this was assigned to a bunch of foods and stuff, so currently there are a lot of dwarves working on the walls. Yeah, if you notice, most everybody's above ground right now, so I gotta be careful about that. I do want to get these walls constructed, but at the same time, if we're super low on like a resource as important as booze, maybe I should just let them get that working. Yeah, because anybody who's up here like moving rocks is a dwarf that's not down below on the surface collecting, gathering fruits and whatnot. Man, I am really hoping for another wave of migrants soon, but I am noticing that several of the dwarves are having bad moods right now. And after selecting a few of them and looking, one of the things they had in common was this lack of decent meals for too long, right there. Let's go look at another one. This child's kind of upset, so let's check that out. Thoughts, euphoric, angry, dwell upon argument. Well, the baby was literally just born recently. But in order to alleviate the meals thing, what I did was I went down to our bedroom layer, and then the one below it that I've been working on, yeah, I set up a nice big dining hall right here. And we've got 2 separate stockpiles, one for food, one for drinks, obviously. I explicitly set these so that they will take from the stockpiles above us. When you do that, that's the best way to get them to fill up quickly. If I had just selected those for food back here, yeah, if these had just been selected for food and drink and I didn't specify to take from a certain stockpile, it would have just eventually gotten the overflow from above, but it would have taken forever for them to fill up, especially with our lack of drinks at the moment, our low amount. But we are starting to get caught up with that too, so I'm good. God, these people are constantly wanting to live here. I guess that's a good thing, though. And I'm trying to make sure to stay on top of my zoning here for the bedrooms. I ran out of doors recently. It's alright. We're also low on beds, but I definitely have more than enough bedrooms now. Yeah, so hopefully the next wave of migrants will be a big one. And by big, I just mean like 10 or more. That would be great. That's all I really need. I also forgot that you actually need to set, the sarcophagus level as a tomb too. One good thing to do is just kind of look through here. Yeah, see, like the archery range, the barracks. Yeah, let's go set those. Where is it? F6. Here. Yeah, I did lay these out so we don't have an actual squad yet set up. Still waiting for more population. Oh, look. We just got a wave. I don't think it was very big, though. And we'll do a dormitory next. Yeah, this will make it so that we're nice and ready and prepared. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. But let's see. Unpause it. So we were at like 26, 27. We went up to 29, and I think that's it. Oh man, I wish they would tell you the number so it wasn't such a guessing game, but it's just how this game is, you know? You can't even get a proper tally of your inventory and stocks unless you have a dwarf set as the manager. So, like I said, it is kind of just the way things go, but huh. Well, we got a few people. Let's take a look at the labor. I like to maybe look at some more the important jobs, just see if anybody has joined us with some skills. Brewer? No. Metal worker? I do really need some people working on metal. I'm having a little bit of trouble with that actually, but what about orderlies? No. We might have just got some peasants or something. Maybe these trapper and an engraver. Yeah, that's not much. It's basically anybody that doesn't have a job currently. So, well, I'll just, yeah, I mean, we can give this person the engraving job, but I haven't actually ordered any of that set. In addition, let's actually make this person a fisher dwarf too. It's always good. You can see we don't have fish, although we do have access to fishing, and whenever we get some, the kitchen immediately makes it. So maybe that'll help with their moods too a little bit. They'll have more variety. I'm not sure. That could be it. Maybe the meals are just decently bad. Okay, beekeeper, we've got two of those. The metal worker's fine. Weapons and armor smith. I think I've got something going on with the work orders. I'm not sure, but all right. Well, either way, we've still got this trapper here. I guess I should just set him to be a hunter. That's probably the best thing. Just utilize him for the job he was born for. Oh, well, I guess lacking large population of migrants, this is one way to expand the fortress. We just had a little baby boy. That's right, little dwarf baby. I don't know, there's somewhere. Yep. Oh, that's good news. Probably with the mother for a while, but there we go. That is awesome. And actually, we had, I think one of the migrants that came in was a child. So we have two now. Let's see if we go below. Yeah, I actually set one of the children here in the dining hall as, like, I guess the steward or whatever. Yeah, the waiter. Sure, it's a good job for him. I've also set up a library, and this is done through the places too. But I don't really. I mean, there are a couple people who have qualifications as a library. Let's see, librarians. Where is it? Meeting area. Tell me it's at the very bottom or something. I wish we could sort through these. No, those are all bedrooms. We got the tomes at the bottom. Oh, well, you just have to trust me. We got the library, but nobody's staffing it yet. But, hey, we've got somewhere, at least a repository for all the knowledge that we will acquire. And there's a bunch of stones here. I'm thinking about working on some of the walls up top. I don't know. I'm just nervous about pulling labor away, you know. Every time I do that, it seems like our drinks tank. Speaking of tanks, I still haven't been able to get the metals shop up and running. I think I might have put too many orders on because, like, I paused a bunch of them because they kept just, like, cycling through over and over again. Let me see. Did we actually get... Oh, there they are. I was going to say, did we get the mace and the chains? See, like, it pops it on there, but then it immediately cycles off. Hey, we got more hens. Nice. Petitions, endless amounts of petitions. Well, I guess one thing we should definitely start to do is dig deeper. I don't know if that's necessarily going to encourage like larger migrations, but we will eventually be able to get to the deeper caverns. Let's see. So that's the deepest we've gone. One thing I like to do is at some point when I know I'm going to go like into caverns or even deeper where things get more and more dangerous, we want to set up another bridge, but it's going to be underground. So yeah, we'll make this the highest priority. I don't think there are any dwarves right now working on stuff, but we'll do a short hallway. Don't want it to be super long because I don't want the dwarves to have to travel, you know, back and forth real far distance. But let's also go ahead and set up Actually, I want some stairs now, too. So, now, from this point, we will go down. So, I'm going to use the keyboard for that. Yeah. So, we'll go down several dozen layers. Boom. And coming back up there, I really need to reassign these buttons to the mouse wheel. For some reason, the mouse wheel always confuses me. So once this gets dug out, we will set a bridge here so that it opens in this direction and we'll seal it off. And then, of course, I'll set up a lever, too. We're going to need some doors, but in fact, you know what? I should probably get that set before we start to dig. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Never mind. Never mind. We just hit it. Like, immediately. Oh, yeah. We dug right into it. All right. Hold on. We got to pause things. So, wow. I guess I don't have to go too far. But, yeah, this is the underground. Of course, we're looking at the tops of, like, these are giant mushrooms growing down here. Let's see what else is lower. So this is like one of the cave floors. There's some water down here. So this would be one way of getting access. Ooh, hematite. Yeah, access to water in your fortress above is by finding a cavern like this with water and then just sinking a well above some of the water below. That's one way. Of course, it's, again, not totally safe because you got to come down here and open up the caverns. But, all right, so I want to... Where's my... I lost the staircase now. Let me go back real quick. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Okay, I think one thing I'm going to do here is set this up as like Shift plus F1. Yeah. I do want to mark this spot specifically so we can return back here for stuff, but let's do some doors maybe. Good, we got doors. In, the meantime, till the bridge gets built, that will allow us at least to seal this off if need be. It's not the end of the world, but now that the caverns are open, things will spawn down here. There's probably already some monsters in here somewhere. So it's not the safest, but now what I definitely want to do is reposition these stairs. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just cancel using the X command. Yeah, I'm going to go back and go back down and just delete all the staircases I just assigned. There we go. So if we come back up... Yeah, those are all deleted. Now, we do have a couple here, so I'm going to unpause it real quick. What I think, because this is okay. A couple of staircases going down to the cavern level. It's not even actually accessing the ground floor, technically. It would have to reach to this point. So, yeah, only like bats and flying things could get in through here right now. But one thing we could do is we could seal this off with hatches. Or, like I said, we're going to set up the drawbridge. I think that'll be sufficient. Yeah, you just got to be real careful. You want to manage access to these places. In fact, I don't really want the dwarves coming down here and wandering through these caverns because they could easily get killed. It's one of the reasons why that collect spider silk order I initially set on the weaver, the loom, I suspend it because if that's active, they'll start coming in here collecting spider silk, which means there's probably spiders nearby. But all right, enough talking. Construction, bridge. Always make sure to click this up here first. We want it pulling back in this direction. So that's what we're doing. And I'll just set it up like that. Doesn't have to fill the whole thing. Doesn't matter. All right, that's good. Yeah, that's done. It's just going to use the closest material, which is some sort of stone. So of course, we have to let it get built. Hopefully the stone mason will come down here and prioritize that. I'm actually tempted. I think I'm going to lock that off. Yeah. So for now, hope no dwarves are under there. They're not. Yeah, nobody's allowed to go in there just yet. We'll get things set up, and we'll explore the caverns properly and safely. But now what I can do, too, is in order to go deeper, I'll just split off, maybe have another hallway, like over here. I'll just have to kind of puzzle out where the caverns are not located, so we can continue to go deeper and deeper. Yeah, because I've spoken about adamantite a couple of times. Uh-oh. But the only way to get there is to go real deep. I'm talking down to the lava depths, and there's more dangers at that level than just lava too. So it's something we're gonna have to be more prepared for than just like digging a hole straight down and be like, oh, where's the adamantite? Hello, we're here. Oh no, that's one good way to get a fort killed. Fortresses can dive from things on the top layer coming down. But they can also dive from things underground coming up. Well, take a look at that. The fortress attracted no migrants this season. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it is definitely being affected by the small size of our civilization, of our dwarven culture. Man, oh man, that's unfortunate. I am tempted to, like, leave this fortress because we can. Is it abandon it? Retire the fortress. Yeah, because it'll stay in the world. It will remain just as it is, essentially. And then we could start another fortress, and establish more dwarven holds. But one thing I know from experience is that the dwarves in this fortress will start to migrate to the other one. We'll see crossover dwarves, and I'm not really interested in depleting the current dwarven population here. You know what I mean? So we'll stick it out. We'll continue to play for sure, for sure. It might not be a bad idea, though, to just retire the fortress before it's destroyed. Like I said, if our goal is to kind of build up this civilization, that's one way of doing it, I think. All right, well, the places should be about ready here for all to finish. Yeah, oh, this is the wrong level. Here we go. Nope, still don't have some doors over here. Yeah, it's getting a little chaotic just with the small number of dwarves we have, but like the high number of jobs and variety of jobs that need done. So it's tough. It's tough. I know I'm complaining, but let's see if we've got some doors to place here. Looks good. This level's almost complete with the very basics, like just doors and beds. So, all right, not bad, not bad. There are some dwarves who appreciate a good, yeah, the scholars are in here. That's awesome. I love it. I don't think, wait, entertaining now. If we do get like a librarian or a scholar who wants to join us permanently, like a human one or something, yeah, we'll definitely allow them to. But for right now, we're not accepting any more entertainers. I rarely see dwarves in here too eating. Man, where are these buzzards stealing food from? How are they getting in the fortress to steal that food? I don't understand it. They're stealing like cheese and stuff, but oh well. I am tempted to continue or work on the walls. And the drinks they continue to hover around like 300 and that's it. But yeah, let's get these walls worked on. It's like a cleansing feeling for me. We'll use specific materials because then I can choose. All right, because we've got to get this fortress cleared of all this rock. That's what I hate. So we're currently laying down the walkway for the walls themselves. We use all of that. All of that. We are going to clear out the stone we have available probably before I finish this. Let's see. Rock salt. Yeah, something's definitely going on with my metal smith, or the dwarves themselves. I've got assigned to it. I have like too many jobs to do or something because they're just not doing it. But all right, so yeah. So this will be where the dwarves access this level to continue to work on the walls, but we are starting to get low on rock. Let's see, rock salt. And that's it. This list is empty. Well, I can do a little bit of wood here. That's not a big deal. Just to finish it off. All right. That'll give them a good start. We'll use more stone as we dig further and further. And hey, like I said, we're definitely going to go lower. Nothing else, I am going to continue to develop this level with more bedrooms. Yeah. And as we go deeper, too, we're going to need more and more of these crypts and mausoleums. So, in other words, we're not done with the stone for sure. We'll be getting a lot more, but doesn't it look so much nicer when all those chunks are cleared out? Now all we have left is a little bit of ore. But okay, I've got to spend some time up here figuring out why these things are not working here. If I add a task, oh, requires fuel. We've run out of charcoal. I suspended charcoal production. No, wait a second. What about the bituminous coal? Make coke from bituminous coal. Oh, okay. So I need to come in here and no? Huh. Oh, wait. I bet that's actually made in one of these, one of the smelters. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll set up a work order to make charcoal. 10, check it daily. We're going to get all 3 of these things up. Actually, I've got 4 of them up and running. But that's probably too many. So we'll do another charcoal, check it daily. So those 2 should be chugging out the charcoal. Then we'll come up here and we'll go to another work order. Let's look up coke. Make coke from bituminous coal. Perfect. Check it daily. Now the coke, I'm not sure, but I think it's just like a higher quality charcoal, essentially. I believe it can be used for making bars and stuff. Could be wrong, but that's the reason everything is ground to a halt in terms of my metal production. Duh. I think it just in my head I was assuming this coal would work, but nope. Needs to be further processed. Another mood. We've done it. We've got the clother. Ooh, this could be rough right here. I assume they're probably going to take over the clother shop. It's the farmer's workshop. Maybe the loom, but I doubt it. There's the clother's shop. Let's see, it should say, yeah, they've taken over the clothiers. Okay. Well, they're not there yet, which tells me, okay, I must have rough gems. I must have silk cloth. Ooh, see, this could be bad. Rough gems, not so hard. Let's go to work order, silk. Oh yeah. I don't know. Let's check this daily. Again, we don't actually technically have access to the caverns yet. What's our time period? Midsummer? Oof. We might get a caravan, but you really can't rely on that. Let's see. So we did set the work order. I have rough gems and silk cloth. That's it. So let's go below and get him some rough gems. What do you say? We should be able to pick some out here. One thing I can do, I hate to do it though because it's extra work, is I could dig out some out of these walls. Maybe not these walls, but above. I don't know. All right, instead, here's what we'll do. We'll come down to this level. Actually, we'll come up a couple. Yeah, just above the caverns. We'll dig out some... Oh, this is limestone too, so that's actually helpful for us. All right, we're going to utilize some of these commands here, but first we need to actually strike the stone and find some of the ores we need. So... let's dig out a little bit just to get this area started. Pretty sure, too, that the miners aren't doing anything else except probably hauling stuff. So that'll be good. Get them to work. All right, unpause it, and let's open this up. Hopefully we come across some gems, but I'm sure there's some at some point on this level. Well, I've tried a little bit of probing, but nothing on the limestone layer except bauxite. I don't want to dig out like the whole thing, so I'm going to come up to this layer, and I notice a little bit of hematite here. It's obviously not the gems we need, but it will help us still. So I'm going to go to auto, and I will set it to both gems and ore, since that's what we're looking for. But now, if we just do like that, yeah, it should auto select... and they should continue to mine any just hematite that, continues in that vein. Let's make sure. I think they're still working on something. I don't know. The miners are constantly doing other things now, which isn't good. No. I just noticed too that bridge is finished, so let's actually come up to a level. We need to set a lever for it. Oh, and notice too, we're actually getting fungus to grow underground, which is good. I actually am glad. I'm surprised it's happening. I thought it would happen sooner, but yeah. It's kind of gross looking, but now we can actually sustain our foraging animals with that. If we set up it's good to have a couple of rooms so you can rotate them back and forth, but alright, let's see here. What was I doing? Trying to find my mining dwarves. Let's see if they've actually... They're still not doing it. Huh. I have no idea. They're probably hauling, though. Let me just find them. Oh, no. It happened way sooner than I thought to. Look at that. The clother has gone stark raving mad. Yep, he's abandoned it. The shop is no longer claimed. Oh, yeah, and we've got one dwarf who's now at the lowest possible. Whew, boy, that's not good. I have no idea what he's going to do. He could go on a rampage. I'm not sure. He's hard to follow at this point. But let's go back to him. I'm not sure. Sometimes they go into just a depressive mood. And eventually, yeah, he'll stop eating. And it just, spirals. I don't know what's going to happen to him. Dingo, Warchild, Scholar. Who's fighting the Scholar? Dingo bites. This is not... Is this one of our dudes? Tired official. I don't think so. No, I don't believe it is. If we go back to our... people here, I don't have any scholars, to be honest. No. Okay. Just want to make sure that dwarf isn't killing my people right now. Oh my god, look, my drinks. It's happened again. We're out of drinks. Are you kidding me? I'm also really struggling to get my miners to work right now, guys. It's kind of wild. I think I've overdone it with the jobs here. Elk birds. Oh no. I actually did. Okay, well, look, the miners dug out the staircase I ordered them to, and everything is filtering above. Whoopsie. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have connected to the cavern level without a proper fighting force, but okay, so if I lock that, does that forbid... Yeah, okay, so that forbids them too. They're not going to be able to come in, but... Oh my god. I wonder if anything got up here. I mean, just because we don't have necessarily, like, fighting dwarfs doesn't mean they wouldn't fight. But, well... Yeah, I mean, I obviously opened that up. I was going to hopefully get some spider silk and weave it, but that didn't work. Oh my god, I almost opened up more than we could chew there, but we can still get below as long as we train up some dwarves, then reopen that. Yeah, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. Man, the save takes forever, but tell you what, despite how well we started off, this fortress is kind of teetering, and a lot of it has to do with the drinks, too. I'm going to have to get back down here and micromanage these stills again, figure out what's going on. Man, oh man, it's a thirsty population. I guess in the end, I'm glad we didn't get a larger migration, but tell you what, we might go ahead and retire the fort. I'm anxious to start a new one and take the lessons I've learned. And like I said, it might help to at least grow the civilization a bit, even though we'll probably take a lot of the dwarves from this one. We'll see. We'll see how things go, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Would you like to see a brand new fortress? It's not a bad idea. We'll see how things go. I'll let you guys respond. We might go with this one for another episode or two, and the gods might decide for us. You know how that goes. But thank you for joining me for another episode here of Dwarf Fortress. Make sure if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.